What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Divided. Myself, Tommy.
You got out of here.
You got myself, happier, happiest, happy,
Happy feet.
alliteration for you people that didn't go to school, didn't study English.
Oh, man.
What's happening? What's happening?
What are we saying, man? Another good week of football,
Wait.
yeah?
You guys, let me test you guys football knowledge. Someone scored a goal away at St. James's Park, and this was his celebration. Who was that?
Away at St. James's Park.
And him and Paul Lynch ran over to him, and he done this, and he was a young boy. I'll put you out of misery. It was Michael Owen. Owen.
They always show that Premiership years.
Oh, man.
This is me. All episodes. Just rubbing my hands.
Cool. There's only one place to start anyway. Let's get to it. The funny thing is, me and Addy actually watched the first half together. So
I didn't watch it. I listened to it. I refused.
To be fair, he was watching bits, and then and he just kept on hearing me say, "Oh no," and all I'm hearing back from Addy is another one.
God did.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know where to start, man. I'll be honest with you. Obviously, in terms of like the game is just embarrassing, isn't it? What are your thoughts? Because we only watched the first half. I'll be honest with you. We can only analyze the first half. That's what we need to talk about anyway. To be honest with you, because second half, I don't think we need to talk about it.
So I watched the second half. Just saying, I was
all right. Cool.
We didn't ask you, bro. I didn't ask you.
Sorry, I had a wager on it being 7, so I had to watch it. I had to watch the second half. I had a wager on it being 7.
Man is mocking us.
Oh, that's too funny. Where should we start? Do you want to start at 8?
I'm not gonna lie, right? Because I know lots of people are gonna tune in, looking for the drama. But the fact is, we should have recorded like 10 minutes after. If you wanted all the emotion I had, it would have been 10 minutes after. I've calmed down now. I've calmed down because it was peak. It was peak. I don't think there's any negative words that could be used that are overkill for that performance. Obviously, last season, you remember when I kept saying that Arsenal, when you guys were playing out the back, and I was like, sometimes just use common sense and clear it. But then after a while, I saw the fruits of your labor, right? So I understand it. But you have to keep trying to be able to do something. But you still need to apply common sense. Like, you still need to apply common sense. Because that second goal, where De Gea just passed it to Eriksen with the man running at him, man's already at full pelt. There's no way Eriksen's getting past him. Eriksen doesn't even know he's there. And then De Gea's mistake, everyone's mistake. We just got players that aren't interested. Maguire needs to be dropped. Like, and when I say dropped, I mean, so you know, who did we sign recently? Tom Huddlestone.
Yeah.
Yeah, to go and play with the under-23s. Maguire needs to go and do that. We didn't need to sign Huddlestone to go and play with the under-23s. Maguire can go and do that. Permanent job. He is scary. Confidence gone. Ability gone. So, yeah, we've got some peak times ahead. We can't buy 11 players. That's just the truth of the matter. Like, unless we go and buy Brighton's whole squad and their manager and slot them in, we can't replace the whole team. So this is going to happen for a while. I think for the next couple of weeks, they need to focus on the positions that are key, which I think centre midfield. Right back is a myth as well. But right now, focus on the centre midfield.
Gouge and Rabiot coming.
Bruh, you take it, right? Like, it's funny, but we're in a position where we take it. What am I gonna say? I got nothing to say.
You gotta take all the drama that comes with him too, but you gotta take it because that's how poor you are.
I have to take his mum. Yeah, we have to
take his mum.
Yeah, we have to take his mum. And that Brighton player, that Felipe Caicedo,
Yeah.
And Moses Caicedo, the centre mid.
Yeah, that's it. Moses Caicedo. We need to go and buy him. The reality is, he's a hungry player. So there's certain players that are just hungry regardless. If we weren't sure about his ability before, Graham Potter has helped him, right? Now he's at least at the ability where we know that he can do a job. So just buy him. You could have bought him for 4 million. You didn't. Now go and pay 50 million. You brought it on yourself because we are shit. Did you see Tony's pass?
Who?
Tony.
Tony.
The fourth goal.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah.
You only do that when you've got confidence.
Yeah, and ability to go over it.
Yeah, you have to have the ability,
but
sometimes you don't even try that, even if you've got the ability.
Yeah.
But at that point, they're feeling big. They're like,
you can see it in their eyes. They were oozing confidence, bro.
It was hard. It was hard because even that Eriksen goal, you could see the two men on the edge of the box. As soon as they start, they're gonna run in. And I don't understand why the centre back is kicking it to the goalkeeper.
I don't think I've seen that.
Why is it not starting from the goalkeeper? I'm so confused.
For it to go to the number 6. Yeah.
Brother,
I don't know if I've seen that before.
Confused. When I saw it, I was like, oh no, maybe this is how the playing at the back happens. And I was like, no, but I'm sure this doesn't make sense.
No.
I'm sure this doesn't make sense. I'll speak to Hammer and Tommy on Sunday, but I'm sure this doesn't make sense. I think everything we're doing is backwards. Everything we're doing is backwards. But obviously, as I said, if you wanted raw emotion, it needed to be straight after the game. Now I've calmed down a bit. They're saying the worst start in 560 billion years. It's been 2 games. Yeah, it's cool. Robbie Savage is saying that we're in a relegation battle. Calm down, my brother. We probably are, but still calm down, my brother. Let's reach 10 games. Let's reach 10 games before we start saying stuff like that. But what's changed? Like, nothing's changed, right? You guys want to make fun of us, but we were shit and we're still shit.
100%.
It's just that it's an embarrassing position to be
in.
Especially where it wasn't over the course of a game. It was over the course of a half.
Well, it wasn't a half. It was 35 minutes.
But you took the words out of my mouth. I don't think it wasn't so much a performance and all that. It's just the fact that it's just embarrassing. In terms of because I was having a conversation with let me go into the game first anyway. In terms of the game, I just think that he picked a squad that you probably think, you know what, in terms of ability wise, this squad is good enough to beat Brentford and they probably can play from the back and get past Brentford. But then what he didn't prepare himself for is the work rate and Brentford's physicality, because we weren't ready for that. Because how's Brentford outrunning us all over the place? That's one. And that's the minimum requirement when you get onto that pitch. You have to work hard. I was speaking to you earlier about Luis Diaz. He was probably Liverpool's best player, but the guy was still running like a dog with 10 men, non-stop. But I'm not blaming them, but our forward players, they prefer to look pretty. They're not willing to do the dirty work. They don't run enough. The whole team did not run enough. And in this day and age, from what you can see from the top teams, from the City, the Liverpool, the Arsenal, you saw how what's his name? Conte worked Spurs during the pre-season. You have to work hard. Forget your ability. Forget what you can do on the ball. You just have to work hard full stop. So we've already lost on that front. And when it comes to physicality, this guy's just didn't want it.
But do you think it's a mental thing now that we have to incorporate when we buy players? Because obviously lots of sports, they do the sports psychologist. Even Tom, as you're doing the scouting stuff. You need to know that players got the mental strength to cope, right? It's good having the technical attributes, but if you've not got the mental strength to get into a game and put in a shift, then what value are you adding?
And they didn't want that. The first 35 minutes, they couldn't withhold it. What doesn't help is a mistake by the goalkeeper. But if you look at the first 35, 40 minutes, what's happening is we're trying to play. But what Brentford is doing, every single pass, even before we're even making a pass, they're on you. And if you do give that pass away, they're gonna bash into you. Yeah. So it's like our players are not. They're now scared to make the pass. Like it's either the quickly. They're probably as soon as the players run into them, they're scared. Do you know what I mean? I need to make this pass quickly before it bash into
I'm
them.
even ashamed you're using that word.
I can't even like. Bro, I just think mentally that they were defeated mentally, and it's like as funny as it is. I'll be honest with you, I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love it because the worst thing I want to happen was for him to come and we just start playing great football out of nowhere. And all of a sudden we're winning games. Or winning games that we're not supposed to win and just getting the points and getting people's hopes up. But I love it. I want all our weakness to come out and display so we know that we need to address absolutely everything. Obviously, I don't love the embarrassment. Take that out. Take the embarrassment out. I don't love the 4-0. I don't like that. But I love the fact that this is happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how bad it's gonna get. I'll be honest with you. I don't know where.
It's gonna be bad, boy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
I don't know how bad it's gonna get. Only God knows how bad it's gonna be. But I love the fact that it's happening because we're not gonna move forward if this doesn't happen. We've gone through the years where we've been like paying over the cracks. We've gone through like the Ollie years that what you can name them all. We'll win 1 or 2 games, we'll get into a final or something, everyone gets excited. Oh, we need one more signing and we win the title. We need this more, we'll be here. Oh, we got Varane. Bro, I'm happy that this is happening. Let it all happen, let it all come out and display. And then we can start.
Let's hit rock bottom.
Let's
do a Nottingham Forest.
I'm not
League One.
Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like the the embarrassment that comes with it. The punishment I get from other fans, the messages, the cusses, but it part and parcel of football that you have to deal with it. Do you know what I mean? I don't like it. But in order for us to get better, this needs to happen. And like the display on Saturday, thank God this happened. Like, do you know what I mean? Because the manager now knows what he's got himself into. Do you know what I mean? He knows who he's dealing with, the players that he can trust, the players that he can't trust. Like everybody's getting their chance. Like you said, I normally come here and
Tom, who can he trust? Who can he trust?
Okay, no one at the moment. No one at the moment. You come out and talk about Harry Maguire. I normally defend Harry Maguire, but he's got that guy's confidence is gone. Like, and along with the confidence, the ability to just go in. Like, he hasn't lost it, but he might as well not have it. Because one thing that I've always praised Harry Maguire for over the years when he's been at United is, he plays out of the back. He knows how to play out of the back. You can cuss him all you want. But even now, I think his confidence is so damaged that I don't think he wants the ball. You're talking about why
and they don't want to give him the ball as well.
Exactly, and they don't want to give him the ball. Everyone's losing confidence in each other. They're talking about why they're kicking it to the keeper. I don't think that all the confidence is gone. The brain is fried. They don't know what they're doing that time. Bro,
they're smoking that loud pack.
The brain is fried. But it's fine.
Brentford loud pack.
You can't replace 11 players.
No, but has the manager told them for the centre back to pass it to the goalkeeper?
Honestly, I don't know.
Because if not, the manager runs onto the pitch and slaps both of them.
But I'll be honest with you.
You heard what Ten Hag said.
That's what I was about to say. I was going to touch on that because it's stupid. Because what Ten Hag was saying is, even if the players coming to him is getting pressured, the space is in behind that moving forward. So I'm sure the wingers. But then the thing is, David De Gea bring back to what Ham was saying about David De Gea's distribution. Because if you see it in Alisson, you see it in what's the Edison.
Edison, yeah.
Not even just them two, a lot of goalkeepers.
A lot of goalkeepers.
Yeah.
You got you distribute across the pitch. And the thing is, every time he wants to kick it far, he's just kicking it straight to the middle. You're not even trying to look for it.
He's not picking no one up.
He's not picking no one out. You can pick that.
The fullbacks.
If they're getting pressured, like look. And this is why you're making it so easy. Brentford are going to pressure with 5-6 players. Them guys are still holding the wing down. Look for them because if they get that ball under control by any chance,
5-6 players are gone.
5 players, God bless you, are gone. And this, literally, is common sense. So, as you said, we can't change 11 players. So it's going to take time. So it's like, whatever we can get in now, let us get in and just improve it slowly but surely. But I'm happy all this thing is happening. So so it can get addressed, man.
No, but it's
because
bloody embarrassing though. It's
no,
like
it's
literally,
embarrassing. As you
I was
said,
so
like,
happy my battery died because I was just like, man's
yeah,
just
no,
gonna
my
be
phone
coming
was
for
going.
me.
My phone was going off. My phone was going off. I can't even lie to you. Like, I'm talking about my ex-manager calling me during the game. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like it was that bad.
You know, in life when you make a really bad decision and then you wake up the next morning and you're like, oh, did that really happen? So when I woke up on Sunday, I was like, did that really? Did that
it was
Brentford game
terrible.
really happen?
It was terrible, bro. It was a bad defeat. It's just there's no words for it, as you said earlier. And like, there's just no words that can describe how bad that defeat is. It's just.
And then as a fan, you were now hot while you're watching it. You're already hot, uncomfortable. Then they're
45
conceding.
minutes of embarrassment. Obviously, I don't know what the second half was like for you. I'm sure you're going to tell us in a bit, but the first half, I just couldn't. Like, it's just pure embarrassment. I don't know, man. Like, look, we all knew the season was going to be bad. Like, so I think it was clear. I was speaking to one of I was saying earlier. I was speaking to one of my friends earlier on that. Yes, we can go on about the actual. We can isolate that performance and obviously discuss it as an embarrassment. Fair enough. But we all didn't really expect much from like the season. We expect top 6. And top 6 is not that I think we're gonna make top 6. It just depends on how bad the rest are. If the rest are like, it's just pretty much similar to last season. If the rest are gonna be good, then we're not gonna make top 6. But if the rest are gonna be as bad as us, then
like all them West Ham are helping us out already.
We might. It just might about make top 6. But I think we spoke about it at the beginning of the season when we was all making our prediction. We didn't mention Man United as part of it. So I think as fans, we need to understand. As long as we don't get embarrassed like that, I can understand the frustration getting embarrassed like that. But we need to understand expectation throughout the whole season. We know what we're competing with. We're not competing with like just because what Tottenham won, Chelsea won, Arsenal win. Don't get upset if we did win because we're not competing with them guys. We need to be checking whether West Ham, Leicester, and them not all winning. That's
we're not in your level. It's true.
That's not our level, and that's what I was telling my friend today.
And it's
fine. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Yeah. It's not like it's just about establishing where we are. Don't stop getting your hopes up for no reason after how many seasons. Like
remember, I said this. I think season 1 when I said we need to adjust our expectations, and now we have. So we're blessed.
And I think this is why I'm so happy that this is happening. Let whatever needs to happen, let it happen, bro. Like,
Conference League next season against Hugglepuff and Ravenclaw.
Hopefully, I'm hoping it doesn't get to that extent. But as I said, if it gets to 10th, let it be 10th, whoever it is, fine. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how bad it's going to be, but everyone just prepare your mind for it. As long as it's not relegation bad, prepare your mind for it, and then season by season, hopefully we're progressing and get better. So yeah, man. So yeah. Oh, what are you saying, Ham?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know how much of that I could have put up with.
Right.
Do you know what I find so hard? Yeah, when I come on with you two, it's just that, and my brethren told me this. My brethren that listen and whatnot is I can never fully go hard pause on you two because obviously you two are like 2 of my closest friends, and your realism is what makes us close as well because we're really honest people. We're really real 10 toes down on what we believe in. So I understand people when I come on the pod. If I have banter in United, yeah, I'm really not bantering Ade at all because as you just heard what they said, they're not the deluded fans that believe they're going to finish top 4. They're not the deluded fans that think they're a top 6 side. They've said all the reasons why. Tom says 10th might even be it this year. They're talking about relegation battle. As long as it doesn't get that bad, then we're good. and I got other United fans. I'm gonna have to call them out because I got other United fans telling me, yeah, but Arsenal's just as bad though. Arsenal's just a shit, bro. That's not the conversation we should be having right now. We should be dissecting how shit your team has been for a decade as well, bro. We're going to be talking about Arsenal, man. I've hand up, and anyone who knows me has always said that. I've always said we're just as bad as each other. I've said that for years.
The levels don't change.
I've said that for years that we're just as. But what I've noticed, I knew we were shit. I just said that United is a shit ever since Fergie left, and a lot of United fans are no. So when Tom says he's happy that it's out in the open now that United need heart surgery, I'm happy that all my other United fans that were saying no, we're not a shit. Like Ade said, the levels have changed. We might not be as shit as you. You might be shitter than us. And for me, let's park the game. The game happened 4-0. I don't think it's 4-0 if De Gea doesn't make that stupid boo-boo mistake. I think from then on, the confidence is like this already. The confidence is already tilted. And him doing that just literally tips everyone over the edge. Because everyone, we all play, none of us play in goal. So all of us play on pitch. So we know when we look behind us and like we're ready to go and our goalkeeper makes a boo-boo like that, it brings us down by like 5-10%. Subconsciously, it brings you down by 5-10%. You got Ronaldo up there thinking, fucking it's already an uphill battle. The team's shit, now 1-0 down. You got the centre mids already thinking, Fred and who was in there? Fred and Martinez is his second game. And he's thinking, fucking these two black boys up front are fucking fast and tall. you know what I'm saying? Dallo is playing right back, thinking, fucking they got wing backs, they got Tony running to that channel. It's already a lot. And then it's 2-0, and then from then on, forget it. So forget the game. It's 4-0, it's a battering, it's embarrassing. I call Manchester United. I don't call you like Manchester United no more, because you see in Manchester, it says chest in there, innit? But you see chest. If you think of chest, yeah, you'll think of heart as well, because it's your chest and your heart, innit? But United don't have no heart. There is no desire. There is no fight. There is no passion. So we have to remove chest out of Manchester. Just call it ManShitster United. Let's say what you guys are right now. ManShitster United. Let's take the chest out. There's no heart. And like I said, part of the game, this season didn't need to be this bad, this early, innit? Because Ralph said it when he left, and we might not agree with Ralph on what a lot of the things, but he was with those boys every day. And he openly come out every press conference. He basically said what I said, the team's shit. Basically said what you guys are saying, team's shit. We need 7, 8, 9, 10 players now. So that's why when United weren't really doing business in the summer, I understand you can't get 10 players. But I spoke to Tom on the phone, and I can't lie, I was so shocked that you guys didn't bring in 5 almost immediately. Or like they were coming in every other week. Like United signed 1 and then they got another. So Martinez, cool. Malacia, another. Okay, 2 centre mids come as well. And someone else. We're seeing now. You're seeing losses to who do you lose Brighton at home? You're seeing losses to Brentford, and that should never be happening. The players that United put out there is still good enough to beat Brentford and Brighton. Let's call a spade, isn't it? Still more than good enough, isn't it? But we know that's just by looking at the names. We know by looking at how they're playing recently. If they don't put it in, it's not going to happen. So I'm not going to lie. That whole no business or lack of business, that's got to start from the board up, innit? So I hear what Gary was saying. I know Gary never was talking about the owners and whatnot, and obviously Jamie was trying to lead towards the players. But the point Gary was making, what we've been saying, they're shit. It's going to be ugly. So Maguire, Fred, McT, Rash, I love Rashford, but Rashford shouldn't be starting for United again. I love him, but he shouldn't be starting for United again. Maguire, you got to sit on the bench. You got to sit with Eric Ten Hag and see what he's saying. Fred and you lot didn't watch the second half, innit? So you didn't see McTominay's second half performance. But brother, I don't think the guy completed a pass. He was passing the ball for throw-ons. He couldn't control the ball and he was kicking people and fouling people as he does. He's Fred. Like I spoke to Tom before the season. I said if you go into that season with Fred, McT, and Fernandes, forget it. That's like a top. That's top 10. So I can't for the life of me think. That's why I feel for Eric Ten Hag, because I wanted him. I thought that he should have been a manager of his ability and whatnot at Ajax, but not with that, bro. Not with what he's working with now. He doesn't deserve that. I don't think any top manager deserves that. You bring Conte, you bring Tuchel, Klopp, Guardiola. I don't care who you bring in. The players are shit. Guardiola's first year at Man City, yeah, Sagna, Clichy, Joe Hart, yeah, they're cool still, but they need to go. I need some new players. Look at my manager. Mustafi, Leno, Bellerin. Who else? Kolasinac. Yeah, they're good. They're good players. No problem. Good players. But they gotta go. Not good enough. They gotta go. I'll go bring my own players in. So that's why I'm shocked that Ten Hag didn't get to bring in enough players. But we'll see what you do before the end of the window. I just think now it's almost you're trying to claw back already now, and I don't think it needed to get this bad because it's been happening for seasons upon seasons. This isn't just like what a lot of people said on Twitter when I was on Twitter. Well, this is a new low for United. But United have been low for a long time.
Been low for
last season, the season before last, or season before that. You know what I'm saying? So the open heart surgery that Ralph was talking about, we're no different to you guys. But we went to go get 5 players this summer. We got 6 last summer. Tottenham are no different to you. were trying to close the gap between Liverpool and City. They went to go get 6 players. It was almost like a non-negotiable that Erik ten Hag comes in on day one. This is who we want. And I don't that whole Frankie de Jong saga. I can't understand that for the life of me. But he needed players, bro. He needed players. Like, obviously, you got stupid idiots on TalkSport saying Ten Hag is under pressure and should he get sacked. It's absolute fucking nonsense.
Tiring, bro.
Absolutely, yeah. That's just clickbait. Absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
But we'll see what you guys do by the end of the window. But for me, I only feel for Ten Hag because I just don't think the manager that I seen at Ajax and what he done in the Champions League had a meeting with Man United and thought that he was still going to have these players as first teamers. See the players that played Brighton and Brentford. I honestly don't believe that's what he thought, because if he did that, then I don't see why he would have taken the job.
Yeah, and I think that's the difficult thing, because throughout the summer, I knew we needed to sign players. That's without anything. Default, we need.
And I'm talking about, like I said, Ade, like 5 as a minimum.
100%.
As a standard.
And then I see other teams signing, like Spurs just signing, and they had a good team already. And then they strengthened. And I'm looking at us, and I'm like, the young thing is just dragging. So are you telling me this is the only person that we've looked at, and this is our whole summer that we're waiting for? If it's not working out, or if it's delayed, you have a second option, third option, fourth option.
Yeah, 100%.
Go on by
100%.
option 2 to 4. If De Jong now comes, then you're like, okay, now we've got all of our first to 4. Now we can get rid of Fred and McTominay, and we still got 4 players. Be active, but we weren't active. And now what's going to happen is that's going to be desperation. Regardless, the centre midfield, whoever we get, is going to be better. It's going to be an upgrade. So that one's a bit easier. Like, the desperation's still going to end up with better. But everything else, we can't just be wasting time at the end. So people are not doing their jobs. I don't know who to blame, because obviously we're saying that they're new scouts. So I don't know what level.
Ed's gone. You got new scouts.
Yeah, we got new scouts. Everyone's new, so I'm not sure who I can start blaming so early on. But they knew something needed to be done.
Yeah, whoever it is, someone has to take the blame.
Someone knew.
It's poor that Martinez 5'9", and you saw it again in his throwaties yesterday. I mean, on Saturday, you saw it again. It's criminal that United, as bad as they are, have only got in a left back who is probably a backup to Luke Shaw. Is he better than Luke Shaw? Martinez comes in. He's better than Maguire, so he should be a first team. And Eriksen comes in. But Eriksen, I'm looking at Eriksen more as he's backing up Fernandes. But when I said United need 4 or 5, I'm talking about 3 of those 5 or 4 of those 5 needs to go straight into the first 11. Needs to go straight into the first 11, 100%.
Well.
Yeah.
Smith.
Not. Oh yeah, 2, 3 of them can sit on the bench, and we'll start with no. They need to go straight into the first team, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we just have to wait, man. We have to wait and see what they're doing in the transfer window. And I just said, just to go over what you guys said already, that it's technically supposed to be a new project. So it's hard to start pointing fingers, because the previous guys in there has all been thrown out. Like, the previous scouts have been thrown out. So you can't now start pointing fingers at scouts. That is this what have you been doing? In terms of Arnold, he's only just stepped into the role. So it's like, what it should have been, as Ham said, Jim, as soon as they found out that Ten Hag is going to be the manager, you should start identifying players straight away. Straight away, you should have got to the plan straight away. Even I'll be making deals happen before the season was over.
100%.
Before the season was, because you know for the fact you weren't going to get Champions League. The only way you're going to get ahead of those Champions League clubs to get players is by starting early.
They have to start early.
I'm not saying we're going to get Basuma, but like Basuma, for example, start talking to them from early. That's the only way.
But why can't we? Those are the things we need to do, because you look at someone like Cucurella. We could have gone for him, but we never do. Now the people we're getting linked to are man like Morata. Morata's a nomad. Nobody wants him.
All the decent players are gone. So now all we're trying to look for is just, because one.
No, bro. You're saying decent players. You're saying named decent players, the ones that already have a name.
No. That's just the point I'm getting to. In terms of the established players are gone, but in terms of the ones that unidentified talent.
No, you can still get players, man.
I know we can still get players, but in terms of unidentified talents that people in sport, we can easily say our scouting team hasn't been set up ready enough to pick them out, or whether like they just come from a new club and they just start putting players forward. I don't know what's happening. And then lastly, we can only pick from a bad bunch. And it's like, all we can do now is just say, okay, who is better than what we have already?
Yeah, there's players. There's bare players.
Everyone.
So
that's what.
So that's what they've got to do now. They've got to pick players from. Analyze our teams. Okay, who's out there now that's better than what we currently have? That's what we got to pick from. And then hopefully by January, when everyone's settled down, start identifying talents. Because we've already concluded that established players are not ready to come and suffer with us. They don't want to come.
Yeah.
So
and that's fine. And that's
fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. As I said, that's fine. But hopefully the scouting team start getting to work, and by January or so, start identifying those players, that hidden talents that can potentially fulfill one of these roles, and then start getting them. That's what we got to do now. Like, if we started badly already, it is what it is. We have to take them in the chin. Do you know what I mean? And as I said, I'm happy with it because I know we're not competing with the top 5. I know that. So and it all depends on how bad the rest do to determine where we're going to finish in the season. So let's just focus on what we're doing, because even with us bringing players in, I still don't think we're at the same level at the top 5 at the moment.
Oh yeah,
definitely. But it can. Well, of course, it can. We can obviously improve our play.
Yeah, 100%.
Of course, we can. I understand that.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's gone now. So they need to start basically making up for the errors that it's already done, pretty much.
Yeah, I think when you said that point, that's why I said it's fine, because it's fine. Okay, cool. The decent players or whatnot are not there, but it's football. There's a wide variety of football. That's one thing.
Unlimited.
That's what I was going to say. That's one thing that's never going out of fashion is footballers. So Aston Villa shouldn't be signing someone like Kamara from Marseille, who I watched when Saliba and Guendouzi was on loan at Marseille. He's a lovely, tidy player. I think he's 20, 21, just broke into the French national team as well. He's in the squad anyway. He gets called out regularly now. Lovely player. You saw him play the other day against Everton, had a decent game. The boy that Everton even brought on, I'm not going to lie, I've never seen him play Onana. Just heard about him a lot.
Good.
He looks
6'5"
centre mid, can go box to box, can carry it. United have zero of that in their team right now.
Yeah.
United don't have a player that can go, that can carry it, that can put himself about and whatnot. So there's ample players out there. That's why I don't understand whether there was a handover from the old scouting team, because this is how I envisaged football. So if I'm in the scouting team, or I'm the head of recruitment or head of scouting, whatever it is, my job continues irrespective of who the manager is, because the player is coming to play for Manchester United, not Eric Ten Hag. Not the player's not coming to play for Arsenal, not Mikel Arteta. So I identify these players. I take on board what my manager wants, what Arteta wants, and I present him with players that I found as well. And he presents me with players that he's found as well. And together we make an agreement. So we're both happy with the player. I don't want a position where I'm giving Arteta players that he doesn't want, because technically he's the coach, so he has to coach them. So it's the same as Ten Hag. The scouting department should already had players ready for him.
Even if they were brand new, even if it was a brand new team, unless your job is new, unless you've never scouted before, and 100%. This is day one, you never watched football before.
I think the mistake,
because the centre mid problem is so bad here that they should already had Frankie's number 1. But it's centre mid, bro. There's bare centre midfielders out there.
Bro,
But he should have been saying, if we can't get Frankie, we can get Leandro Paredes from PSG, who's going to be requirement, because PSG want bare players. They're getting Vitinha. Can we? It's Frankie or nothing, and then we end up with Rabiot.
I said the damage is done already. I think what the error that's made with what you said earlier. Everyone that's left, because bear in mind we cleared out a lot of backroom staff. The issue is, whatever report that they've left behind, they've scrapped it, and they weren't willing to listen. Same thing with Ranić. Whatever report he's left Eric Ten Hag, he scrapped it.
Ten Hag said he never read it.
Exactly. So they have to take the responsibility, and then that's what I'm saying. The damage is done already. So all these things we're saying now, whatever ideas, we obviously it's common sense. Everything we're saying now is thrown out the window, because if you're not reading whatever report that they've left behind, what is the point?
You don't even need a report, bro. Like, if I am a scout, I'm a scout, right? I am a scout. That's my job. That means I have scouted players in the past. So when I move to a new job, I have players in mind. It's 100%. Not like I'm moving from being a farmer to being a scout.
Yeah. Whatever it is, they're all not in line. They're just not in line. Because it's just something, there's something there that's not making sense. But for me, I'm all right with it.
It's the devil.
I'm all right with it. As I said, it's the beginning of a new project, and let's just
I just think
what's bad about it.
I just think it's unnecessarily started off bad, though, Tom. That's my point I'm making.
I
think it's a new project,
so.
but I think unnecessarily started off. The reason why I strongly agree is, strongly say that is because everything you said is common sense. So why was that not common to them? It's a new project. So if you start a new project, if you start a new project, and the new project is in plain sight, it's not like it's a new project that's hidden. They would have watched Man United. They would have seen the problems. Would have identified the problems. We all know the problems. You're a fan and you know the problems.
Yeah.
I don't even support United. I understand the problems.
We could have even bought
a new project, with a new manager on the back foot. On, you know what I'm saying? How we starting the project? It's a new project.
It is what it is. It's not as bad as it is, and it's not for me to do it. As much as say honest, for me, I'm glad it's happening. Like, I know you're saying it's unnecessary. I'm slightly glad it's happening because
I heard the point.
What is happening now? They come in, win 2 games, bring new players in. Everyone gets excited. We've done that over the years. Get too excited in the heat in a moment. Like, I'm glad it's happening. So for me, like personally, I hear what you're saying, and a lot of fans will agree with what you're saying. But for me, and this is how I felt all week, I'm glad it's happening. I'm glad because the last thing I want is for us to just start winning games or just about get over Brighton and start getting excited over a signing that's potentially not good enough. Like, let it happen. Let's see all our weakness and start fixing it one by one. Like, it's not ideal. I agree with you, it's not ideal, but hey.
But I just don't think the weaknesses are new. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, the damage is done already.
None of them are new.
Even in whatever action they've taken, the damage is done already, and that's
none of them are new. Like,
the damage is done. So from the fact they haven't taken action till now, the damage is already done.
Yeah,
it's done.
Like De Gea not being able to distribute, that's not a new problem. That was there already. Yeah. Fred not being able to make a 10-yard pass, that was there already. McTominay not being able to receive the ball on a half turn and get out of trouble, that was there already. So that's 3 positions. Wan-Bissaka not being able to progress the football and do anything attacking. Yeah. There's 4 positions that already, when Ten Hag come in, already be players.
What we don't know is we can go. You literally just mentioned 4 or 5 positions right now, and you can go around the pitch identifying weakness everywhere. But what we don't know where he wants to address first, because we can't address all that in one season, in one window, right? So
four of them.
Yeah, 4 of them. So. But that's what I'm saying. We don't know where he wants to address first. That's another issue. It's clearly saying he's a central midfielder, because if you are so bang on Frankie de Jong for so long, it's clearly that middle of the pot that he wants to address first. And everything else is just like, it's detrimental, pretty much. So it's like, where does he want to address first? And he spent so much on that central defensive midfielder area that you've let a lot of good players go. And you could have gone elsewhere.
Yeah, bro.
You could have gone elsewhere. And he's probably naive. He probably thought, I'm coming to United, I can attract a lot of players. I can attract players to come here. So it might be another thought of his own. So, but hey, damage is done. So let's see. Liverpool next. We'll be back again.
Liverpool are vexed as well. So
yeah, exactly.
They've been dropping points.
They'll be back again, man. Like, let's just quickly move on to your boys. Let's just move on to your boys, man. Lovely display. Just like, let's sum that up in 5 minutes. We don't have time.
This is the happier segment, the part that the listeners look forward to, the happier part. All that depressing talk about ManShitster United. But as for us, it was another good game. The boys were good again. First home game of the season. Started off. I don't want to say we started off shaky. We just give the ball away like 2 times. Lo and behold, my best mate, Granit Xhaka, give the ball away 2 times. Fofana probably should have scored, or 100% should have laid Maddison, and they probably would have been 1-0 up, and it would have been a whole different game if we had to come from a goal behind. But other than that, I know the scoreline says 4-2, and if you didn't know what to, you think, 4-2 must, but no. It wasn't. They weren't really. We was in control pretty much of the whole game. Their goal was a Saliba own goal, but I got nothing to say with that. He has to put his head there, because if he doesn't, then Vardy's in behind him. And then their second goal, Ramsdale's got to do better. He's the only one out of all the boys that started the season off a bit shaky. Obviously against Palace with his foot. Ramsdale's brilliant with his ball at his feet, innit? But he wasn't that great against Palace. They made the 2 big saves, not got outside of jail, but made 2 big saves. And then again on Saturday, made a stupid decision to come out with Vardy. Obviously, it was overturned, but there's no need for that. It's the edge of the box, and I think Gabby was following him in anyway, so he doesn't have to do that. Then the Saliba goal, you could probably point at him and say maybe his positioning could have been better. And then the Maddison goal, should it really go through his legs at near post? If you see it from a different angle, Maddison's really got nothing to aim for. That's why Maddison does. That's why Maddison, I love Maddison, one of my favourite players. That's why Maddison does what any sensible football would do in that position. There's not much to aim for. Just hit it hard and low. Literally just hit it hard and low, and anything can happen, innit? Because there's not much to aim for. And what does Ramsdale do? Opens his legs and let it in. But other than him, all the boys have pretty much started the season at full tilt. I think Martinelli has answered the call. I mean, when I look at Martinelli, I think what a player. But secondly, I think in my mind, and I don't think I had this conversation with anyone, but just in my mind, watching from last season to this season, how do we get better? How do we finish third or fourth, like I predicted, or top four at least? Is the production. We got to get more production. So obviously, Zalaka didn't get enough goals, but we got Jesus in, brilliant. That should get us 15 to 20 goals. And then I look at Martinelli's numbers last year, and they weren't great. I mean, I was watching him last season, putting a lot of good performances, but they weren't great. But you got to think he was his first season out and out starting, injuries. So if I'm Martinelli, I'm looking at Saka and I'm thinking he ain't better than me. Like if I'm Martinelli, I'm looking at Saka and saying he ain't better than me. And he had 19 to 20 goal involvements last season.
20 in the
11 and 9, isn't it? 11 goals, 9 assists. Yeah. And if I'm Martinelli, I'm looking at Smith Rowe, who got double-digit goals in the league alone with limited minutes, and I'm thinking he ain't a better player than me either. So if I'm Martinelli, I know this season is when I get 10 to 15 goals, minimum 10 in the league, not all comps, because them two done that, and them two the same age. So he started the season on fire in terms of not even just goals, his performance. He's linked up with Gabby, that Brazilian connection they got. So I'm super happy about that because I honestly believe Martinelli can be anything he wants to be, like in terms of his footwork, his ability, his agility. Jesus' first goal was good. Second goal was a header. Third goal, Granit's goal, obviously a mistake by the goalkeeper. My favourite goal was our fourth goal. And the reason why it was my favourite goal was because, once again, Martinelli, who's my left winger, tucks all the way in and wins the ball in the middle of the park. And when he wins it, he releases it and then makes the run and then finishes off the move as well. So he isn't just give me the ball like Arshavin. I had to watch Arshavin for years. Literally just give me the ball to the feet and I'll make shit happen. I'm not going to run for the team. I literally watch a player that's technically better than Arshavin, but works harder. He works as if he hasn't got ability. And I know when I'm playing with people that aren't as good as me, I'm not the greatest player when they're not good as me. You have to work harder than me to compensate your lack of ability. But when you do have ability like Martinelli, you can run like that, then I love it. And he's playing for Arteta, who's not going to stand for them not putting their shift in, to be fair. You see Saka as well. Saka probably not. I mean, he don't press as much as Martinelli and Jesus, but he has to now because of the two that play to the other side of him, they do that. And Martinelli's not going to have that. So I thought Martinelli's been brilliant, started the season off brilliant. Zinchenko was class all game. I love this whole new hybrid thing that we got. And it's almost like Man City 2.0 we start the game with Zinchenko at left back, but he's centre mid pretty much all game. He's pretty much centre mid. So then we have the three at the back. We almost have like a 6 in the middle. And then we have the boys up front doing what they got to do. So it stops attacks from happening. And you saw it a lot of times against Leicester when I don't think Vardy had a kick. Didn't really do much. Saliba and Gabriel are pretty comfortable. All they had to do all game was just serve the ball into midfield. So I thought we were good again. 4 goals. Got to take that. I think we got Bournemouth away. And like I said, 6 wins from 6 is what I want. I mean, our first hardest game is away to United. So if we go there and get a point, we can lose to United. It can happen. It's Man United, Arsenal, we can lose, innit? It can happen. No matter where we are in the table, no matter what form is, we can lose to United. But
Ronaldo hat-trick, yeah.
It can happen, innit? You still got Ronaldo. Ronaldo got a double against us last season. You beat us 3-2 at your bit. So it can happen. But up until then, we got to win all our games. I think we got Bournemouth away, then we got Fulham at home, then I think we got Villa or someone at home before we come to you guys. And the way the boys are playing, and Odegaard's not even 10 out of 10 at the moment yet. You know what I'm saying? Saka started the season off slow like he started off last season. When I say slow, it's just how I rate him, and it just hasn't hit them levels. Yeah, they will come. What else? But yeah, apart from that, the boys are good. Another routine win. Leicester, Fofana. Sorry for Fofana. If he's 85 million, then bro, I know you can't judge a player off one game, but I mean, Martinelli,
he's not interested anymore. He's not interested.
Yeah. I mean, Martinelli put him in the blender all game. He didn't know whether he was going tight or dropping off. Remember they played 5 at the back, innit? And Martinelli was just popping up in some mad spaces. Jesus was going in there and interchanging with him. And I felt for Fofana all game because I like Fofana.
Yeah, he's probably not interested no more. That's what.
No, he's not interested no more.
He might be ready.
he got put in a blender all game. But yeah, the boys were good, man. Good performance, 4 goals. I mean, Jesus has got to get 4 goals. He's got to get 4.
Yeah.
The one, and then this is what I was saying about Jesus. When Tom asked me about Jesus or Richarlison, yeah, and obviously both players are good. I think I lead towards Jesus, but my problem with Jesus was his decision making, innit? And prime example, 1-2 Martinelli. Yes, you can get your hat trick, but Saka's right there. You've got to square it for Saka to open goal. I don't know if you remember the chance when it was in the first half, because he had 2 chances in the first half where he spun Evans. That was the one that he should have got as well. But that's my problem with him. And if he just adds that to his game where he's making the right decision almost all the time. I know you're not going to get the right decision all the time. It's not going to happen. But how do you become an elite player by making the right decision more often than not? And you see it the other day. I mean, obviously, Man City is my second favourite team. Phil Foden's gone in through on goal. He has to cut the ball back for Haaland for the tap.
Yeah, I saw that.
But he shoots. He has to. And you see Pep come out. And I was screaming at my TV because I think it was at the same time, saying, you got to cut it for Saka. If you don't score, you have to cut for Saka. And Pep, when they interviewed Pep after the game, what does Pep say? He has to pass that ball. He has to pass that ball. There's no if, buts, or maybes about it. And we get more goals that way because the way we're getting to that position, it's almost effortless now. We're cutting through teams. I know it's Palace, I know it's Leicester, but we're getting there. So when we get there, we have to make the right decisions when we're there, and we'll score more, and we'll score more often than not. And defensively, with Partey just in that base with the 2 behind him, we look good so far, man. We look good. Bring on Bournemouth away, man.
What are you saying about it? What are you saying about Arsenal?
Same thing I've been saying for the last few weeks. They're playing good football. It's silky, and my worry is that confidence. I think if they build up that confidence, it's going to be a problem. And especially those kids playing up front. There's just something about youth. When the youth are enjoying their football, yeah, unless you find a team that's going to come and break their legs, if they build that momentum, it might be dangerous. I don't want to be coming here every week and saying I'm enjoying how Arsenal are playing, but
you've always enjoyed us. I think you don't like us. You always enjoyed the football.
It's true. But as I said, I think Jesus was that missing piece. I think they had all the youngsters, the Smith Rowes, the Saka, Odegaard last season. They were doing their bit, but it was that striker position that didn't just fit in. But now I think Jesus was everywhere. Jesus was everywhere in that game. Everywhere.
And it's just another example of saying, like, you just, I'm not trying to jump on them, but I'm gonna have to, bro. Stop trying to play pretty football. Like everyone else is running around like a mad guy. It just has as much quality as you, if not even better. Like, stop trying to play pretty football. You need to run around and pull yourself about. That is just, this is what, but and you said, I think with Arsenal, I think the run of games, we've got Bournemouth, you say, then Fulham, then Villa. From the form you're in now, you expect to win all those games, and that's what we don't want. Because if you are to get that confident, like the sky is the limit, innit? So,
confidence is dangerous because on the flip side, we've got Maguire that has 0 confidence. So, and I can't imagine him chasing those kids. Oh my goodness, that would be just.
Obviously, it will be interesting to see, like, when you do get challenged, you are going to get those points during the season, like in the big game. See how your players react to it. So I think by then,
even the physical teams as well.
Yeah, the physical team. But by then we'll be able to, like, find out a bit more about your team and just dissect it. At the moment, it's hard to say much about Arsenal because, as you say, you look good, like, scoring goals. Everyone's playing their part, so there's not much we can really discuss here at the moment. But once you start playing those big games, it's not about whether you lose them, but even if you're winning them, we can still, obviously, there'll be more to say about the team. Just see how you handle those big moments, and as you said, just the physical games, like the Brentford. Now we'll see how they see what they did to us. So let's see how you guys handle.
Yeah, we got to pay them back for what they done to us last season. Yeah. But just to touch on the big games, a good thing for us is I wouldn't say we turned the corner or nothing like that. But last season, the games against City and Liverpool were the best 2 teams in our league, best 2 teams in Europe, in my opinion. Our home performances against them were fantastic. Fantastic against City. Should have won that game. Fantastic 45 minutes against Liverpool. Once again, maybe a Ramsdale error or inside right error that led to Jota scoring, and we lost that game 2-0. But the performances were good, and we just got to mirror those performances this year. We added quality to our team. So the performances for me, when I'm playing those games at home, away from home, I still want a performance, but it's Etihad, it's Anfield. You know what I'm saying? You can lose there, it happens. But when we're at the Emirates, we got to make it where City come there, Liverpool come there, and they got to come off that pitch thinking, fucking it, we played a team that's just as good as us on that day. I'm not saying we're as good as them over 38 games, but on that day, with the players that we've got and the performances that we put in last season against them and Chelsea as well, I think we lost to Chelsea, beat them away from home. That's where we, like you said, that's where we're going to see where we come. But well, we're on that road already. Like I said, last season, the performances were good against the big six. Whether the results married up, probably not too much, but we beat Tottenham at home. Like I said, give those two teams a good game. So this season will be good, especially with the quality we've added. And still going to add as well, because we ain't finished yet. We ain't finished in the transfer window. We ain't finished. We still adding.
Just on like the Spurs and Chelsea game, what are your thoughts? Good game though, but Chelsea should have won it. What are your thoughts on that Antonio Conte and thing at the end?
Love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. But
rest divided. It's full on rest divided out there. So.
I can't wait for the did you see Conte's Instagram
post? Yeah.
Afterwards, he's saying that you're lucky. What is it? Something along like you're lucky I didn't see you running past me after the second goal.
I would have tripped you up.
So I loved it, man. But it was a good game though. Good entertaining game. But Chelsea should have won that game. But it's what I said about Chelsea all season, innit? They need to get someone to score goals. They have to get more goals. It's just, but then the thing is, funny enough, they just control the game. They're not actually creating as much chances as you expect them to create. They just they control the game very well. Do you know what I mean? They move the ball very well. But the ones
they create, they should have finished though.
Yeah, exactly. The ones they create, they should have finished.
Yeah, they create enough to win.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. And then look, that's what happens in football, especially in the Premier League, man. You're gonna get punished. It's you don't take your chances, you're gonna get punished. It's as simple as that.
I thought Chelsea were brilliant. I thought it was an indictment on Tottenham with all the signings, but I guess they didn't play none of they didn't play none of their new signings in it. But everyone's talking about Tottenham being this and that and challenging the top two and whatnot. But on that performance, that evidence,
and that's what I was telling everyone. People they're going to
Chelsea
compete.
Were good, man. Yeah, Chelsea were really good, really good.
Yeah, I think Spurs have improved, but they are not that top two level.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised Spurs play like that. You shouldn't be surprised that's how Spurs get their point. Spurs has done that. They got points like that last season going away from home. I'm not surprised about that. I didn't really expect them to go against Spurs. I mean, Chelsea and play Chelsea off the park. Yes, they have the quality to, but the managers that they've got, he's not going to allow them to do that. He wants them to suffer physically and then get goals when opportunity comes. That's what he wants.
They didn't even do that yesterday. So that's how it was testament to both managers. He knew it wasn't working and he made a sub quickly, 50-something minutes.
Yeah.
And I love the tactical battle between both managers, going from a back three to a back five to a 4-4-2 to a 4-2-3-1. And
I love it.
I love that shit. And I know Conte probably drilled the players in training today because they were shit. And that's not the level. They were shit. I mean, it's a top four game, isn't it?
Yeah.
It should be a bit of rough and tumble. We should be going back and forth. We should never get controlled like that.
I hear what you're saying. I know. It's a top.
If it's Arsenal getting bad like that, I'm not leaving that game thinking, oh my god.
But the point is, you know what to expect from Conte. Conte doesn't mind that.
Yeah.
With the quality they've got, yes, that's how we want them to play with a top four game. But he's happy with that. That's how you're going.
Yeah,
He's gonna go to away to Anfield, wherever it is, and he's gonna play exactly the same way. He's gonna do that over and over again.
I think his team's gonna be more progressive. I definitely think that, especially listening to him after the game. I don't think he was happy with the performance, but I think with the new signings, that will add to it. That will help these performances get to a better level. He was saying after the game anyway that they need to close the gap. So I think in terms of, yes, he's happy, they got the point, but in terms of the performance level, 100% will be happy with that, and he'll want them to play better. That's a fact.
Yeah, but
they can't suffer. They can't suffer like that. Because if Chelsea put their chances away, they lose 4-0.
That's the thing. From his team, Conte's team over the past, what difference do you see happened yesterday to what he does previously? He might want to play progressive football.
Inter Milan were a different. Yeah,
but is it different? Is it different?
No, but Chelsea didn't play like that. When they want to leave with Chelsea, you didn't play like that.
When you're playing when he's playing the top teams. I didn't see them dominating any of the top teams. I don't see him doing that.
Not dominant, but like I said, but
I don't want to see him going. I don't want to see him going toe to toe with any of the top teams. I didn't
expect him to dominate yesterday.
That's how he sets up against the top team. It reminds me of like Jose in a sense. That's how them guys set up against the top team. Like it's not like Arteta wants to do that. Like Pep and Klopp. It don't matter who they're playing. They're going toe to toe with all day long. He ain't doing that.
I thought with the players he put on there, he pretty much, we can go there because he could have dropped one of the three up top. He could have dropped Kulusevski. I went with another minute. I put Basuma in there with Højbjerg and Bentancur, and then been that pragmatic. He wasn't pragmatic yesterday. He went with the front three, the wing backs. They just didn't play well, and I think he would want them to play better, whether they win or not. That performance in a game like that, they have to play better.
Can the performance get better? I agree. Yeah, the performance can get better. But in terms of like, 100%. In terms of like the performance I saw yesterday, in terms of their playing style, it's quite similar to what I see him doing in the top big games previously.
But the scary thing about them and us, to be fair, because we brought on 4 players off our bench that could easily go into our first 11, was the players he brought off the bench yesterday. He brought on Kulusevski. I mean, he brought on Richarlison, Perisic. And that's the scary part about it. Now they can make 5 subs. That's the scary part. They got a team where if it's not working, boom, we'll go 4-4-2, like he went yesterday, 4-2-4. Son, Kulusevski, Richarlison, Kane, all on at the same time. And I love that. Go for it. I don't want no fucking pragmatic approach. Go for the fucking game, bro.
And Mora was on at the same time as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, Mora came on too,
Mora came on right wing back when he took off Son. Yeah.
In terms of like tactically, the tactical challenge between the two managers, it was brilliant. Because we said they changed it 4-4, 4-4-2 at one point. And then although he got them a goal, at the same time, Chelsea capitalized off that from what's his name, Reece James goal. Then he changed it again. And what are you guys' thoughts on the decision though? On the 2 goals that Spurs scores, because those are the ones that I was complaining about. To be fair, the first one, although it should have been a free kick to what's his name, Havertz, but it was that happened far too happened earlier on. I think the game went on for like at least another like 30 seconds or a minute or so. So I'm not too sure about that. But then you can't stop and look at VAR, see and watch someone pull him down by the hair and decide to leave it. It just doesn't make sense.
It says it's not in the rules, isn't it?
Bro, is that I just don't get what's the point of even looking at it in the first place? Nah, yeah, but I can understand.
My beef with the Premiership refs will go on forever. They're the worst. They're the worst. I watch a lot of football, watch a lot of league. We've got the worst refs, the worst interpretation of VAR. How the foul on Havertz isn't given. The liner is right there. How can the liner not see that it's a foul?
That's why they're not going to World Cup, bro.
Yeah, that's why they never take none of our refs. Like you said, Kukurea getting pulled here. I mean, how can you not see that? So I can understand where Tuchel's coming from, bro. Their man is just like, don't let Anthony Taylor referee our games again. Just remind me, we're divided.
Yeah.
We told that ref never to referee our games. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, bro. Like, fuck it. What's the point? I just think, what's the point of having refs in certain games, bro? What's the point of having referees?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? Let's just play. Let's just play.
Yeah, man. That makes sense. But yes. Is there any other big good games that you guys want to touch on before we move on?
Well, Palace were good tonight. Palace were good.
They did a job.
Any concerns? Any concerns about Liverpool? I know. Drew's probably gonna get a bit upset. Drew's gonna get a bit upset. Any concern?
I ain't got no concern. I ain't got them winning the league. I ain't got them winning the league, so I ain't got no concerns.
No concerns. They played the football. They still played well. Like obviously they didn't get across the line, but yeah.
Drew is a 6-pointer next week. Relegation battle, Drew. I hope you're listening. And relegation battle next week.
You know what I'm looking forward to next week? I want to see. This is going to be a big insight into Ten Hag and his mental. If he watched the game today and seen what Palace done, and if he automatically goes against what he wants and goes with a flat back 5 against Liverpool. Because if he does that early, 3 games into the season, boy, I don't trust these boys, so I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna go safe.
I was saying
does he say, "Fuck it, this is my principles. You lot have to get better at it, but I keep playing."
Yeah, no. I was actually saying that to my friend. Like, it'll be interesting to see what he does. Like, he might just put 5 at the back. Like,
might just do it for this one game, so you don't concede 9.
Yeah, just to settle the nerves, though, innit? You know, your players have lost confidence as it is. You know what I mean? Why do you really want to go toe to toe with Liverpool? It's the wrong team to go toe to toe against.
They know they can't do it.
Yeah, you can't do that. So it's like settle the nerves.
Because you guys, I mean, you guys can do that. You just got put Varane in there and take out what? Take out one of the wide players.
No, I'll just take out. Yeah, take out one of the wide players. Yeah,
and take out Maguire as well.
Oh.
So what do you go buy? You go buy?
Oh shit! I forgot he was still there.
Stop. Let's just move on from when you're starting with Bayern. Let's just move on. All right, cool. I know there's only been 2 games played so far. Let's just touch on this before we jump off. Do we have any questions this week, Ham, or do we even have time for questions this week?
No, we ain't even got time, you know.
All right, cool.
We'll just roll them over to next week.
We'll roll them to next week. All right, I know we've only watched 2 games so far. Is there any players that caught you guys' eye, or even that haven't, any players that you feel like we should watch out for this season? Have you got any specifically?
Yeah, I got Bear, but I'm gonna let Ade go first. Ade's got a big smile on his face.
These young boys.
Nah, I reckon my young boys.
I got Bear.
Yeah, no, it's just the young boys. You know, I like the young
boys.
Pause. No, we can't go through this again.
What's it? RSPCC, RSPCA, somebody.
LSPCC, SPCAA, yeah.
NEPA. Somebody, come and get at it.
Nah, yeah, just those youngsters really, or them Brennan Johnston. I think it's a good opportunity to see them. Diaz, looking for. I think Diaz can have a very good season. I think he's gonna do very well this season. Other than that, I'm actually looking forward to watching Brighton quite a bit this season.
No particular player, or Moses Caicedo.
So him, of course, yeah. But also just the team generally, because the way they're playing, they're actually playing quite well. Even players that previously they had but weren't really doing much. Like this weekend, as much as that game was 0-0,
bro,
Brighton.
I was watching the game.
Hey, big up my guy, Nick Pope, number 1 forever. Nick Popey.
Brighton still got the same old issue, really. They just can't put the ball at the back of the net.
But I feel there's a difference. I feel there was a lot of defensive, like Newcastle's defense played into that quite a bit.
If Nick Pope ain't in goal, they win the game.
Yeah, I feel there's a difference to last season. I feel there's a difference to last season. I can see goals coming from all over the place now. So I'm quite intrigued to see how that goes.
So are you taking are you taking this question another way? Is it the team that you're looking for?
No, Veltman, I'm interested in how he goes as well. I think he's been a useful defender for them. Started off the season well. It'd be interesting to see how he goes. What other teams are there?
What other players are there?
No, I'm thinking what other teams are there so I can take a player.
You take over from Ade, because Ade is taking it.
No, mine wasn't even. I know you said the 2 games played, but mine was before the games was even played. I was just thinking who was coming into the season. What players am I looking forward to seeing in it? Whether they're young, whether they're coming to the league for the first time, or players I've heard about I ain't really watched. So like number 1 was like Sven Botman, the centre back at Newcastle. Heard a lot about him. Heard he's a good centre half. But I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen him in it. I'm not gonna talk about players I haven't seen. I ain't seen him in it.
He hasn't got any minute yet, has he?
He played. I think he played the other day because Dan Burn went left back. So I think he started with Fabian Schär at centre half.
Did he?
If I'm not, yeah, I think he did. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to see him play. Scamacca as well. I mean, I saw a bit of Scamacca at Sassuolo, but obviously that's highlights, isn't it? I know, but what I saw of him, he looked sharp. He looked like sharp, and so I'm looking forward to seeing him. I seen him last weekend. I didn't get to see enough of him, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. I think he come on against Forest, but then we make an impact.
Yeah,
so definitely him, and then I think all the rest are my young, like Ade, the young boys. I had all these other ones, but I added my man because I literally only saw him for 15 minutes the other day, Onana for Everton. But I'm 100% watching him though, because if he's gonna move like how he moved in them 15 minutes,
he look good.
Because like I said, in terms of like when I look at my midfield, I'd say physically presence, in it. He's 6'5" apparently. and he looks like he can handle the football and go box to box. So he definitely someone gonna be watching. And
hopefully Everton doesn't fail him, because sometimes he can be a good player, but
and the thing with him is he's in a side where the midfielders ain't better than him. So Frank's got to put him into the first 11 and then leave him in there, because Decore is injured now. I don't know what he's done with Alan, and Iwobi's in there. Iwobi's doing all right, but and all the rest are young G's like Malcolm Abiwoye for Palace. I don't think he'll get a lot of minutes because obviously Eze's there, Zaha's there, Elise's here. But watching him in the under-21s, he looks live. Like his feet are disgusting. He's just another one of Elise, Eze. Just think of him as
technical agility.
Yeah. So just think of him. I only watch our under-21s and I watch Palace under-21s just for him, because I think that's where he's going to get his minutes. But hopefully, Pat brought him on against us for like 10 minutes. So hopefully he gets minutes. Kamara, I think I mentioned him already. Aston Villa, but he had a decent game on Saturday. Joe Aribo, we all love Joe Aribo here, so definitely looking to see how he takes to the Premiership. And I was telling Tom on the phone, Southampton ain't got midfielders that are better than him other than Ward-Prowse, so I don't understand why he managed to put him on the bench. Start the fucker. Start him, bro. He needs to be starting. So definitely
he can start for United. So
yeah. Start him. And then the last two is Jed Spence. Don't know if he'll get a lot of minutes, but if I'm excited to see someone, definitely want to see him. Another right back. England are blessed with right backs, so hopefully what I did see of him, he looked very tidy. So we'll see if he can dislodge Emerson Royale, which shouldn't be too hard because Emerson Royale is not that good.
I don't even know why he's a starting right back.
Yeah. And my young boy, Fabio Carvalho, lovely to see him get minutes tonight. But he's 100%
nice strike with his left foot.
Yeah.
Well,
my young excited to see him play, man.
Yeah, I think you guys have mentioned some of the players that I was going to mention. I was going to mention the two local boys, but I just said I don't know whether this guy's actually going to get game time.
Yeah, that's just whether I'm just excited to see him.
So I want to see how RV earlier. Obviously, he had an terrible injury last season. So I'd love to see how he gets on this season. Hopefully, he gets enough. Like he started today anyway, played really well as well.
They look like they're getting the time. So
and like Fabio, I want to see what he would do. I want Garner to leave United, but he looks like he's going to leave, and I hope he stays in the Premier League because I actually want to see him play how he handles like the top league, because I know he done really well for like Nottingham Forest last season. Played pretty much almost every single game for them, so I just want to see how he does in the top league and the natural. I'm not sure if you get enough game time, but I just think that the manager shouldn't be scared to drop one of these two other guys, whether it's Sancho or Rashford. They're not doing anything better anyway, so why not give the boy a chance in it? So So those are you guys mentioned the rest of the players I was thinking about. So yeah, that's about it for me. That's right. Anything else? You got anyone else to add? Any more young boys, or we leave it as that?
No, because some of them haven't made their breakthrough yet. So once they do make their breakthrough, their debut, I'll be highlighting them a bit more.
Cool. Maybe we'll give you a segment sooner or later just to mention all of them. So when they do break through, so everyone can remember you heard it from Adi.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that soon. Anything else, boys? Anything you want to add? Any more fun? Any more jokes?
I'm hoping that ManShitster United sticks. So I'm going to be tweeting that all week. I'm hoping it sticks. Maybe we can get some marketing behind it, some branding behind it. I don't see it right there on your chest. I can see it, right? You see, I can just see it now. Change the chest, take the chest out, put shit there. I can see it. But yeah, man, roll on next week Monday. Listen, I can't wait for next week Monday, bro. Like, this is a good week. 4-0 to Brentford. You got embarrassed, you got pumped. But Jurgen Klopp is not happy that his boys have drawn their first 2 games. So you know what's happening when they come to Old Trafford.
Drew, we're coming for you. We're getting our 3 points off you, Drew.
And I'm bringing Drew on next week as well. I'm bringing him on next week as well. So let's go, baby.
Let's go. All right, people. Thanks for listening. Please make sure you follow us on Instagram at Red Divided, YouTube, Red Divided. Comment, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. By the way, I'm just gonna cut everything you say this week out. So you know,
he'll just say hi and bye.
You're just gonna hear hi and bye from him. That's what you're gonna hear.
No, I think of that shit.
All right, we out. Peace.
Safe.